Alright, it's time for a new build again. And first I wanted to do a concoction build, but I just wasn't feeling it. It didn't feel good. What I tried to do was a full negating concoction, convert it to chaos damage, but I got to like level 30 and it wasn't good. Didn't feel good. So this time around I wanted to play as a mage. And the build works. Sure, I can do tier 15s. Bossing is currently very bad, I would say. So I had to remove all of my boss points just to level this character properly in maps. But the whole idea was projectile speed stacking. What works well with projectiles? Well, Spark is a projectile. And with the projectile acceleration 3, it says we get 40% more projectile speed, which means it's all of our increased projectile speed multiplied by 1.4. And the increases and reductions to projectile speed also apply to projectile damage. So, how do we get projectile speed? Well, Widow Hail. We get 40% from the Soul Cores, and you want at least 286% increased bonuses of gain from equipped quiver. Because once you slap on these two, well, these two nodes here, you will get up to 350% increased effect of a quiver. Which means we get +2 to level of all projectile skills. Spark is a projectile, so get plus a lot of that from there. Sorry, there it is. We get projectiles deal increased damage when hits against enemies further than 6 meters away. So we do that since we are Spark and the shots are just flying across the screen. And we get 44% increased projectile speed multiplied by 3.5. Resulting in... Can I even see the projectile speed modifier? Yeah, it's 625%. It basically looks like this. And, oh yeah, I forgot. We're also playing the Abyssal lich. So all you have to do is... you get the lich ascendancy. And then you kill the Kulamak boss down in the river. And then you get the option to change into the Abyssal lich. So instead of playing with minions, the minions are instead removed and giving you bonuses from this one. They give us Umbra Soul depending on what minion we have. Skeletal Snipers, 15% increased projectile speed. Currently, I have 10 of these, so that's 150% increased projectile speed, which is also 150% increased damage. So, all in all, projectiles are flying across the screen. But Spark also has pretty bad base damage. This is a level 19 gem with all the bonuses, currently at level 31. It only has 38 to 726 lightning damage. That's pretty weak. What can we do to fix this? Well, cold infusions adds basically another 900 cold damage on top of the lightning damage, and we shoot out more projectiles and also in a circle. The funny thing is, how do we get cold infusions? Well, siphon elements and or snap. Snap, if you use this on a frozen enemy, you get cold infusions. Siphon Element has a flat chance whenever you freeze an enemy to get cold infusions. So, how do we make Spark freeze? Color Brotherhood. Convert all lightning damage to cold. So, this is a cold version of the build. We are stacking remnants as much as possible, just to get extra remnants, collect additional infusion, elemental damage, cold pen, curse effect on a weapon swap, and some on regeneration efficiency. Best part of this is that we're playing a life-based version of this build, which means that we get 6% of our maximum life as base mana regen, which is a lot of mana regen once you start getting over a couple of thousand life. This is still a work in progress, so I'm still missing, well, not really that much. I don't really know how to improve the survivability of this build, since, well, maybe I've just gone a little bit too much into the spirit stacking on this build. I have 300 spirit, 100 from this, 48 here, another 43 here, plus what you get from the act. We have increased reservation efficiency of minions, skills in our helmet. We have Lord of Horrors anointed on an amulet, just to get even better reservation efficiency. I'm going to get at least 10 of them. Just to showcase a map, I guess. Let's just do a Delirious with extra lightning, poison on it. Yeah, yada yada yada. That's maybe fine. What I do is just get those projectiles off, and we are good to go. Things are just freezing off screen. Things are dying off screen, so all I have to do is just run around and collect these frozen.
None can oppose me.
What are they called? Remnants. So that we shoot out more projectiles and deal more damage. So as we're killing stuff off screen, we will get those every now and then. Projectile tangibility is also the bane of our build, considering I have to stand right next to them and I'm squishy as all hell, so it takes forever. As I said, I'm squishy. I'm also playing a Delirious map, and that doesn't help, so... But this build is perfectly fine for doing Ritual and Breach, because most of those monsters are fairly squishy. As we might have already seen, some enemies, some rare specifically, are very tanky, and if they have the optimal tangibility, you're pretty much dead. You just have to be right next to them, and I have no survivability at all. This is a pure glass cannon. I guess this is what it's like to play Lightning Deadeye, but Lightning Deadeye also, well, Lightning Arrow Deadeye. But Lightning Arrow Deadeye also has a good single target. This is more of a build concept than anything. That's a breach. Jumped. Proximal tangibility. Here we go. Another shitty enemy I have to stand right next to. Oh, proximal tangibility. Ow. If you play in duo, this build, as long as your friend has good single target, you will just permanently freeze everything around you, and your friend can with ease, well, delete any single target issues that you have. So I guess this is a more of a freeze support build, if anything. can do maps. Sometimes I really wish that they could just remove maximal tangibility from the game because it's not fun to play against. Melee or not, it just feels bad. Trying to kite away from them. No, you can't deal any damage to it, you have to be right next to it. So the only defensive layer I have is literally freeze. Freeze build up. I have some evasion, but I think that's a mistake. I maybe should have just stuck to full energy shield instead. Maybe that's the plan. That way I can also get the energy shield. It's called. Oh, that's a map. Goddamn, my OBS is lagging like a madman. This won't look good on recordings. I can tell you that much already. I guess you just have to deal with it. 1x, wow. Just go over the gear again. Widow Hail with at least 286% increased bonuses. Gain from quick quiver with some projectile speed. Slot into it. Stack projectile speed, projectile skills, and increased damage. If you're close or further away than 62 meters, depending on which one you pick, you could probably do a crit version of this build because Spark has an inherent crit chance of 9%, and there is a mod that grants you crit chance based on enemies that are further away. Like, I think it's like 30 to 36% with 350% increased effect. That's over 100% crit chance on top of the 9%. So you can use the gloves for 300% critical strike multiplier and another like 100% crit chance support gem probably fitted in. That way you have like probably 30 to 40% crit chance just out of these two plus a support gem and 300% crit multi. That's one way to do it. Yeah, so Cold Brotherhood, Alpha just for the extra spirit. Spell skills or projectile skills, doesn't matter which one you pick. Movement speed, life, movement speed, not movement speed, life, resistances. Yeah, it's a build. Hope you enjoy this proof of concept.